Hey everybody, so it's been a little while. Lots of crazy things have been happening in my world and in my personal world. So this whole system has got me a little bit crazy once again. So I'm probably back on my soapbox, but I wanted to check in and see how everybody really is functioning. School's getting ready to start. I warned you that this whole mask thing was going to be part of your back to school stuff. I don't think a lot of people wanted to believe it, let alone I think a lot of things aren't wanting to be believed because it's happening so fast. And so anyway, last time I left off was I was like, don't enroll your kids in school, and kind of played that whole hiccup games. But now it's like crunch time, and it's like, what are you guys gonna do? A lot of people are homeschooling. A lot of people, I've had a few people reach out to me like, what do you use? What, give me some ideas, whatever. Basically, the world is your canvas. Everything's an education. So don't forget, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, aunts and uncles, whoever is mentoring you, your world's your canvas. Everything's an education. You can look at the grass and talk about how it grows and what it takes to grow. So I wanted to visit with you guys with something that's been haunting me a little bit the last few weeks, because I realized where I was falling short. And that's probably what I'm the best at, is telling you about my weaknesses, and then hopefully I can pass on things I've learned, and then that hopefully will strengthen you in that way. So with Sounds of Sadie today, I just wanted to get off the mask thing. We don't need to discuss that. It's here, it's happening. There's so much more things that are deeper. You have to research it. The sex trafficking, all of those things are horrific. And there's so much going on, but we have to gather our little ones in our families and really educate them and strengthen them too. And I've gone through some of my own personal stuff with some things, and I've been enlightened. I've learned that's, I haven't learned, but I always knew social media was a little bit crazy. I just didn't know the profound effects that it has on our kids until you have it happen in your own home. So I'm just gonna let you moms and parental people check your kids' phones often. If you have Apple, I kind of switched over to Apple. Check your kids' phones. There's something that you need to know about with Snapchat. There's a thing in it, an app called YOLO. You only live once, okay? It is the biggest bullying platform you will find in social media, next to TikTok, that's, trying to diminish your kids' values and integrity. What it is in Snapchat, they do a swipe up. Your kids do this little, I'm on a road trip, tell me what you're doing, and they do a swipe up. That becomes completely anonymous, okay? It completely so anonymous that they say the most horrific things that honestly, you think, oh, my kids hear it at school, but you don't actually think it's happening in your own home. Okay, check your kids' phones. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So when we went to that point in our family where it became like we need to check our kids' phones and became pretty serious, it led my husband and I it rebounded us back into what we've done. And you lose traction in life, and you get busy and then you lose traction. You got to go back, and it's that whole game, and it's okay. It happens, and it's just really good if you can if you lose traction for a little bit, then it's okay. I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't lose traction for too long. You got to recognize those things. You got to recognize when Satan is just working on your family so much, because there's so much good that could be happening, or that is happening in your family, and he's just working, and he's like got a voodoo doll of you, and he's just like pin. It's just psycho, okay? And you feel that. So real quick, because I only have a few more minutes, what we had to bring the family back to our goals. values, affirmations, and visualization. Okay, so goals real quick. I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. A lot of the culture, I'm not a huge fan of, okay? But I am a huge fan of the gospel of Jesus Christ. It has such a good path, such good learning tools, such good structure in the church too. And that's kind of what I want to be positive about. Okay, it's not about the people for me. It's the structure of what it gives me. And I love that they're always wanting you to grow. They're wanting you to always increase knowledge, educate yourself, do things, you know, to serve, to be better humans, to contribute to society, you know. And so one of the things that I love about it is this new program they came out with this year, and it's like a quadrant. If you know anything about Rich Dad, Poor Dad, there's a quadrant, okay? And you can be a B, I, E, and S quadrant, okay? So in the church, it's kind of the same way. Actually, you have your spiritual quadrant. You know, what are you doing spiritually every single day? I don't care if you're LDS. I don't care if you're Muslim, Buddhist, you know, Episcopalian, whatever. What is your spiritual goal? Who do you pray to? What do you believe in? You know, what higher power is, you know, taking you on an awesome path? Okay, so have a spiritual goal. The other thing is educational. You want to have an educational goal. I'm one class away from finishing college. It's math, and I just don't want to do math, but I read every day. I'm listening to books on tape. The book that I'm currently reading right now is We Want You to Be Rich by Trump and Kiyosaki, and it's an absolute fantastic book. It has an interesting title, but they empower you to just think outside the box. It's not like being in school where it's like this way. They just talk to you about, you know, they just empower you, and it's different perspectives. It's Trump's perspective and it's Kiyosaki's perspective, and it's such a fun book. Like, some of the parts in the book is like, how did your dad influence you? And it's so interesting how Trump's dad influenced him, and how Robert Kiyosaki's dad influenced him. How did your mother influence you? You know, what did you learn from this? And it's such a good book. Anyway, off the top of your educational. Anyway, have an educational goal. So set those goals with your kids too. Have a physical goal. I've kind of started going back to the gym, and I've always tried to stay a little bit active. I not as good as I once was. I think that's a country song. But have a physical goal. Even if it's just 50 push-ups every day, if that's all you can do, that's your goal. Okay, even if it's drink a gallon of water a day, that's, you know, that's kind of a physical goal. If it's eating a little bit cleaner, you have to remember the sun rises and the sun sets. You hopefully wake up the next day and you have another day, and we thank God for that, right? The other goal is financial goals. So have a financial goal. Recently, we've gotten into some investing with cryptocurrency, and it's been really fun to learn about it, read about it. My son, who's 12, he read about how to buy Bitcoin on a YouTube video, and he came in and he's like, Mom, I need this kind of a key and for a wallet and blah, blah, blah. And it's just super cool to set these goals. They don't have to be big goals. You just need something, okay? Especially nowadays. One thing that I found really interesting is you have to know your core values. What are your kids' core values? An iPhone, Snapchat, TikTok, those are not core values, okay? So sit down with your kids now, the beginning of the school year. It's like a New Year's resolution. The time is now. Sit down with them and figure out what their values are. What do they ask them, what do they believe in? You know, who do they believe in? Like, where do they see themselves in 5 years? Create affirmations. Affirmations are such a powerful tool. You can Google them. Like, you can Google affirmations and it'll come up. Kids need these affirmations. They need to be able to say, I am strong, I am smart, I am kind, I am worthy, I believe. You know, they need to have affirmations, and they need to look themselves dead in the eye, in the mirror, and say these affirmations for themselves. As adults, wives, women, like, I'm a woman, so I'm going to talk mostly to women right now. you need those. You need those affirmations. The full moon comes around, and for a week I'm a mess. So I'm a mess 2 times during the month. My poor husband, he doesn't have a prayer, okay? But I need those affirmations every day, because sometimes I just go to bed and cry every night because I just feel like my day wasn't spent in a worthwhile way. And I feel that powerfully, you know, and I just want to wake up the next morning. Sometimes I don't want to wake up the next morning, but these affirmations help me. They help me stay close. They help me stay true to who I am, and give me hope in who I can be, okay? Visualizations, visualize yourself being smart, powerful, kind, you know, visualize yourself completing these goals that you have going. Anyway, that's all I wanted to talk to you about. It went a little bit long. It was just so great to be with you guys. Just remember, have your 4 quadrants, have your goals: a spiritual goal, an educational goal, a financial goal, and a physical goal. Know your core values, say your affirmations. When you get up in the morning, kneel down and be grateful and thank God every day that we are blessed to have our free agency right now. Okay? So make those good choices and stay strong and stay safe. Love you. Bye.